Hi, I'm Muthabi Nomvete, and welcome to the 2020 PPS Year in Review update. What a year 2020 has been. It will therefore be interesting to hear from PPS how they managed to support their members and how the business performed amid all the challenges. I'm joined by the PPS Group CEO, Isak Smit, and the PPS Group CFO, Tiffany Ann Bush. Welcome, Isak and Tiffany.
Hi, Muthabi.
Hello, Muthabi.
Isak, before we dive into the numbers, quickly tell us how PPS is different from other financial companies that release their results.
Two things make us unique. The first is our commitment to the mutual model. We exist for the benefit of our members and for nobody else. Members with qualifying products share in all the profits of PPS, and I mean everything, except a tiny bit that we cannot distribute and need to hold back for regulatory solvency purposes. These profits are allocated to our members' profit share accounts. This model is unique in South Africa. The second aspect that makes us quite unique is our focus on professionals. Our model is unapologetically exclusive. It is for professionals only. And in a pandemic year, such as 2020, this focus helped. See, professionals are by no means immune to the pandemic or economic challenges. Many are frontline medical workers, many run their own practices or are in businesses that can be severely impacted. But our experience is that professionals are long-term focused, they are responsible when managing personal risks, unwilling to terminate insurance cover, and urgent to return to their professions after falling sick. These behaviors lead to lower lapses and claims, and ultimately to more profits to share between members. It is a strong model that proved its strength in a year such as 2020.
So how exactly did the model help PPS to assist its members and weather the COVID-19 storm in 2020?
Now, Muthabi, I should first point out that our main purpose is not to make a profit for our members. Our foremost priority is to protect our members, to be there in times of need. So when the pandemic hit our shores with its devastating impact, we said, okay, how can we adapt our claims protocols to assist our members, not only those who became sick with COVID, but also those who had to quarantine? Remember, in our model, we do not have any outside shareholders' interests to protect. We just need to ensure that whatever we do is fair across the membership. We also had an extra tool at our disposal, which other businesses don't have, to assist members who struggled with premium payments, and that is to borrow from profit share accounts. So we acted swiftly to put those extraordinary relief measures into place, to pay claims reliably and to assist our advisor network. And despite all these measures and support, we were still able to declare decent profits for our members, which is testimony of the strength of our model.
And how does this profit share work?
So after we have honored all valid claims and covered the expenses of doing business and set up reserves for future possible claims, we distribute what is left to our members with qualifying products, more or less in proportion to the premiums that they pay. It gets added to their individual profit share accounts, but we then invest these profits for our members, and investment returns are added to our members' profit share accounts. And this is where the real magic happens over the long term. The power of compounding, where the investment returns eventually build up over time. For our members who have been with us for a long time, we often find that the additions to their profit share account in a particular year can be more than the premiums that they pay to us in that year. What it then boils down to is that we actually pay these members to enjoy our product benefits. That's quite extraordinary. And these profit share accounts then eventually fully vest after age 60, at which time we encourage our members to keep it invested with us to fund expenditure later in life.
That is amazing. And I understand that in 2020, PPS introduced a major new development to the profit share. How does that work?
Muthabi, yes. Yeah, we are very proud to have introduced the PPS Profit Share Crossholdings Booster, together with our subsidiaries and affiliates. In short, This means that PPS will increase members' profit share earnings based on the combination of products that they hold across the group. That is of PPS investments, PPS short-term insurance, and also Profmed medical aid, on top of their PPS life risk products. So the more you hold products of the different solutions providers across the group, the more your profit share is boosted.
In other words, an extra reward for participating across a PPS group of companies. Thank you, Isaac. Over to you, Tiffany. Let's get into these numbers. How did PPS perform in 2020?
Despite the challenges we faced, PPS actually did quite well, Mutsabi. Overall, new business was only 11% down on 2019. 3/4 of our new business is from independent advisors, and they remain very important business partners. The rest is from our internal channel, and they actually managed to grow business by 3% year on year, something we're very proud of. This new business and our very low lapse rates resulted in our total earned risk premium income being up 7% year on year, reaching 5.3 billion for 2020. Like Isaac said, we are there to pay valid claims to protect our members. The 2020 insurance claims amounted to 3.2 billion, which is up a massive 41% compared to 2019. We are proud that we could support our members in this difficult year. To put this into context, we paid more than 13 million every workday to our members. On the expense side, we were mindful of the context of the environment and had to exploit efficiencies without negatively impacting the core foundation of the business or disrupting our growth initiatives. In fact, we're proud that we could protect our employees' jobs, which was a priority for us. Remember, expenses are the only leakage from what is eventually returned to our members, and we have tough internal efficiency targets. So, after these claim payments and the expenses and reserving for the future, the operating profit that we were able to allocate to our qualifying members' profit share accounts amounted to over R500 million, a pleasing outcome, particularly for a business like ours that paid additional sickness and death claims as a result of the pandemic.
Okay, thank you, Tiffany. But Isaac, that's not all that members benefited from PPS. There is also the investment return part that you mentioned earlier on, right?
Yes, our investment strategy is long-term focused because our members generally stay with us for long due to our mutual model. Our objective is to outperform inflation by a good margin over the longer term, which means that we have to invest in growth assets. And these assets can be volatile. And indeed, they performed very poor in the first quarter of 2020. But we did not knee-jerk, we stayed the course, and due to the strong markets towards the end of the year, we were able to share 1.7 billion rand in investment return with members holding qualifying products. This amount is in addition to the operating profits that Tiffany mentioned and brings the total allocation of profit share to 2.2 billion. We are pleased with the good returns in 2020, but we must always remember that growth assets will be volatile. What is important is not so much the return in a particular year, but the return over a longer period.
Thank you, Isaac. Tiffany, these are the numbers on the life side of the business. What about the rest of the companies within the group?
Yes, we help our professional members with a full suite of solutions. It starts with advice and then includes life insurance, short-term insurance, investments, business assurance, wills and estates, medical aid solutions, the full spectrum, but all specifically tailored for our professionals. Starting with PPS Investments, they delivered a strong performance for the year. Gross new business flows of more than 7.5 billion rand for 2020. This, coupled with the good investment markets towards the end of the year, resulted in the assets that PPS Investments manage growing to an impressive 43 billion rand. Our short-term insurance business had an interesting 2020. It was our fourth full year of underwriting short-term risks. New business was really challenging in the very strained environment. Yet, for the first time, we recorded a profit in this business, and that despite returning a portion of motor premiums to our members because they were not on the road much in the second quarter of 2020. The main contributor to the profit was a very good claims ratio due to the lockdown. We remain of the opinion that our risk pool is a benign one, covering only professionals. The new Health Professions Indemnity Initiative is in its second year of operation and is gaining traction within the medical community. Our healthcare administration business achieved revenue growth of 9% up from 2019, coming in at 297 million. This is mainly due to good membership numbers, as members were obviously reluctant to lapse medical aid cover in a pandemic.
Great, Tiffany. Any other numbers you'd like to share?
An interesting number that we track is the number of Profitshare millionaires. These are members that have accumulated more than R1 million in their Profitshare accounts. Currently, there are more than 7,500 such members, and it continues to grow.
Wow. But Isak, it's not just about the numbers, is it?
Indeed, there are many examples that I can mention where PPS supported communities in 2020. One is our sponsorship of protective equipment for medical workers, which was distributed to more than 26,000 medical professionals. But PPS is not only there for today's professionals, also for future professionals. Given the educational challenges in the lockdown environment of 2020, we helped facilitate development programs for high school learners from underserved communities, assisting them to catch up on missed lessons in mathematics and physics.
Isak, perhaps a last final message for our members who are watching the video?
In 2021, we celebrate our 80th anniversary. We are very proud that we have been there to support our country's graduate professionals for 8 decades. We believe that regardless of the challenges we face, we will continue to be able to protect the dreams of our members. At PPS, we remain humbled by the niche market that we serve. We value your loyalty and support.
Thank you, Tiffany and Isak, and well done on looking after members in this very challenging 2020 year.
Thank you, Matsa.
Thank you.